What's going on YouTube? It's Castashin and Sam back in for another YouTube reaction video. Today's video we're going to be reacting to Krishna,
2000.
the art called rap. This is actually part 2 of this video. Go check out the last one. Link is going to be in the description or wherever it's going to be. But let's get back to it. And if you guys, this video is actually being live streamed. So if you guys are missing this out, turn on post notifications so you guys won't miss out on live streams. We do giveaways on our live streams. We do a lot of stuff. Like the chat is turned up right now. Like someone just won like $1,000. So join up next time so you can get some money.
2008, and I handed them the demo, but this time they said yes, right? And in 2013, I got signed to Universal Music for an album, and I released that album 2014, and my song, it was a song called Last Night, and it was number 5 on VH1. And that was, at that point, made me believe that there was potential in what I was doing, right? And from there, I kind of sort of went, I did my stuff, and then came the third sort of breaking point in my
bro, you know you got game music to give away some bitches.
career where
Wait,
it was like,
what? What did they say?
He said, bro, we know you got game. Use it to give away some bitches.
Wait, where do they say that? It doesn't show up on my thing.
Oh, it shows up like on the live chat screen, like on OBS, like for the video.
Oh,
Like on the live
bro. I didn't even. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, bro. We know you got game. Use it and give away some bitches.
I was at a point where I had had a major label album out. I put 2 videos out. The second video, I remember I made the video myself, and my label told me that we don't have a marketing budget for you anymore. And I was heartbroken because I had put in all my money into that video. And at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? This deal and all this stuff is not working for me. So I'm just not going to do this. I told the label that I had actually a falling out with the label. And I went back to doing a regular job after all of this. Right?
At the beginning, just like label issues, like contracts issues and stuff. But thankfully, Castashin has an amazing manager.
Yeah.
For have contract issues.
I'm trying to get signed for real though, but
yeah.
Hopefully
if anyone's watching, man, one day, yeah. The 75%.
And I was deeply disheartened at what had happened and all of that. But I'd also lost faith. I thought, I can't do this anymore. How long am I going to do this? How am I going to justify it? I can't keep telling my parents I'm getting older. There were all these thoughts were coming into my head. Until I think it was 2000 and my contract ran out. I was about 2016. My contract had finally run out. I was a free artist again, but I had made no music for 3 years, like absolutely nothing. I met a friend.
I don't know how.
And
like,
a friend told me
his contract didn't allow him to do it, but I don't know how our rappers be doing that, like not making music for that long. Like even if I was signed, I don't know. That's just hard as fuck to like not to go 3 years without making music. That's hard as fuck.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you do your own music? Why don't you start your own label? And I looked at him and I'm like, I've got a job now and, I can't start a label and it doesn't make sense in India. He's like, it doesn't matter, give it a shot. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I sat down and I said, okay, Krishna, you're going to come back after 3 years. Nobody knows you anymore. The scene is forgotten. Hip-hop rappers, there are new rappers everywhere. They don't know you. What are you going to do? I sat for 1 or 1.5 months and I wrote 1 song. And that 1 song was called 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞. I unfortunately can't play it for you here, otherwise I would have. And I wrote that song because I knew it was going to have an impact. And that is what I was saying, having a plan. This was my plan. My plan was, how do you come back after so long into the scene and still get noticed? I wrote a song called 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐞. 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐿 basically is the Hindi alphabet. So I wrote the entire alphabet and I rhymed and I rapped the entire alphabet.
Oh, 𝐕 we have, that's how you pronounce it. We have reacted.
Whatever, 𝐴, whatever. I did like an entire rap. right? And that
Remember, it's the
song
one with the
became viral
alphabet.
in 2016. It was shared by a lot of people. It was also shared by Raftar, who is
Okay.
obviously a big rapper. And it was like a big moment for me. And that kind of led me back onto this path. And it led me to the point where I did that song with Raftar. And today, where I've done a movie, and I'm still doing this, right? So my point is, I did not give up at any sort of point and kept coming back and going and having the same plan, but just executing it differently to see how I will get where I am, right? So that is a little bit of my story. I also want to discuss. I mean, everyone wants to know like why are people listening to rap now, right? I think people are, or why the young people are more attracted to it. I think hip hop and rap has a very intrinsic quality where it's very accessible, right? You don't need infrastructure, you don't need a lot of instruments, you don't need any of that, right? Because those things, in all honesty, come with a little bit of privilege. If you have privilege, if you have some money, you can attend classes, you can go to, you can learn singing, you can learn instruments and all of that. But for people who are sort of devoid of any of that privilege, hip
What the
hop
fuck? Everyone has a beef with everybody.
or rap becomes your instrument to voice your opinion, right? And that is how sort of hip hop has grown in the West and is growing in India. You have kids that are coming out of Mumbai slums, Delhi slums, that are becoming rappers because it is easy for them to vocalize their problems in sort of this art form, right? And it's cool, and it has rhythm, and you get attention. It's all of these things together that makes rap so appealing to the youth. And hip hop has, I think in India hip hop took some time to come here. I mean, hip hop is the biggest genre in the world right now, right? And it's been very big for 25 years. But in India, the difference was...
I think pop is the biggest genre right now in the world. Me and my friend was talking about this today. Well, it wasn't really about this specific topic, but this came up. Hip hop is the biggest genre in the USA, but in the world, pop is the biggest genre. And he was saying but my friend, he was saying that he said Eminem made hip hop the way how it is today and like how big it is. I disagree with that, but what do you think? He was
I
basically
mean,
saying without Eminem, like hip hop wouldn't be as big. But I I did
I
my
mean,
research and I know about hip hop and shit. And even before Eminem, hip hop was still the biggest genre in the world too at the time.
I
If
mean,
you want to, if you want to be technical too, before Eminem came out, hip hop was the biggest genre, and after Eminem, hip hop is no longer the biggest genre in the world. It is pop.
well, if you think about it like this, like hip, I feel, I mean, to a certain extent, he's right because Eminem did make it bigger on a world scale, global level. M did make like hip hop bigger, and also M was like the first, not really first, because M like mixed like the pop and hip hop like together, right?
Did he?
Because some of his song had like hooks, melodies, and
Right.
then
What song? What song was that?
back in the day, like Stan had a hook to it, and Drake took that over.
You're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card.
Taking this too far.
Damn, I got a room full of your posters. Sir, you didn't have to. You gotta call me it. I know you got my scream about it. Don't think I did that.
He just rapping straight through this.
Yeah, but listen to the hook.
Where's the hook? Was it that this part?
Isn't that the hook? Okay, let me see. Yeah, she's a pop artist, no?
Hmm?
She's a pop artist, right?
I think she's just a singer. Like,
Well, Taylor Swift. Would you consider Taylor Swift a pop artist?
yeah, I guess. Yeah. Wait, but look at this.
Hmm.
No, but they're like, listen to this. Wait, did you ever hear this before?
California Love.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in 125th,
125th. What do you mean?
because they're always playing they used to play Tupac songs all the time.
Oh. This is before Eminem too,
Eminem.
and
Yeah, but
just listen to it, and like how everybody came together on this song was like, I don't know, it was just perfect how everything came together on this song, and
featuring Dr. Dre and
everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your ear.
Oh yeah, I definitely heard this. What the fuck?
Like a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass.
They played this in the Super Bowl thing in the Super Bowl the halftime show too, no?
yeah, and then
But
wait, what?
but regardless, I was gonna or if you want to reference the Super Bowl too, I think like M had like the highest amount of like uh crowd cheering for him when he came out.
Yeah, because
But I think M definitely
there's a bunch of
white people.
white people and like fans that listen to like hip hop, but
Hmm.
a lot of me and my friend was talking about this. A lot of those people that like came to hip hop, they like, all right. So back then, I don't know if people know this, but a lot of parents, especially white people, they didn't want their kids listening to hip hop because they thought that it was like bad behavior, or like it just wasn't good music, specifically for the reason that it was predominantly black people that were making hip hop music. So then when Eminem said it in his song White America. I don't know if you heard that, but he had said it that in his song that like, since he's white, he didn't like directly say it, but like that's what I interpreted from it. That basically because he's white, like it kind of became okay for kids to listen to it, and he was basically like that. Yeah, that. So he was white, and it became okay for kids to listen to it, especially white people. So then their kids started listening to it, and as we move further in over time and stuff, like more people started listening to it. So I really like, so the stuff that he did, I really think he did all that literally because he was white. Like, I'm not taking away
You
from
still
his like rapping abilities. He's like a really good rapper, but he like most of the stuff he did is because he's white.
you still don't think he made rap like on a bigger scale? Like he made like rap more global? Because
Uh,
I feel like M did a lot, bro. Like he put especially with like he even put like Joe Budden on all of them on in that label in that group. Even though the group fell out, but
Wait, Joe Budden and
I
who?
like the Slaughterhouse.
Wait, so but if I mean, I'm looking at like stuff like before Eminem, before niggas even knew what a Eminem was, rap was the biggest genre in the entire world, and I know he did add to it, but like
Oh, bro! Without
now,
Eminem, there'll be no 50 Cent. Without Eminem, there'll be no 50 Cent.
niggas don't need 50 cents. Like, what the fuck? I need a $4
Bro,
bill.
yeah, yeah, but like, bro, 50 Cent had a huge like impact on him. 50 Cent versus the game and all that, like, and then G Unit.
No, the way how I think
Bro,
about it, if these niggas didn't exist, someone else was going to exist. It's kind of like Drake is the biggest rapper in the game right now. Like if anybody, like, he could drop a surprise album and it could be terrible music, he's gonna probably sell 400K. Like, honestly, never mind. He sold like 300 something K on that, and it was a surprise album, completely different. Nobody liked it, right? Drake. If there was no Drake right now, there's gonna be somebody else is gonna do it anyway. So it's like even if he didn't exist, like my friend today was saying, if Eminem didn't exist, hip hop would not be as big as it is. But if he didn't exist, someone else was going to come along and do it eventually. If like you
Yep.
see like how we transitioned to an era where like people started making more melodic music and stuff like Juice WRLD and stuff, and
Yeah.
that type of music and like X and everything. X didn't do it, someone else was going to do it eventually. If
Yeah,
Ski
but
Mask didn't start rapping like that, someone else was going to start doing it. If
yeah,
Juice WRLD
but I
didn't do it,
guess
someone else was going to do it.
yeah, but I guess you could say that about everything though. Like if LeBron didn't do it, someone else would have done
Yeah,
it. If
yeah, that's the
yeah,
point. So it's
yeah,
like,
that's yeah.
but it's like but the argument though, like what my friend was saying is that if Eminem didn't exist, that or he wasn't a rapper, that hip hop wouldn't be where it is today.
Well, I'm not gonna agree or disagree with that because like I mean Eminem definitely made it bigger, but like I think hip hop would have been fine even
And
without.
it's not even like Eminem came up like 5 years ago and he completely revolutionized everything, right? And it's only been 5 years. How long has Eminem been rapping for? How long has
Well,
he
it's
been
been
out for?
Eminem
Like through fucking 30,
over 3 decades,
yeah, over 3 decades. You're telling me
but
almost
but
40 years, you're telling me that no one else would have came up and did something.
but in a way
and
like
and there's
in a
been
way
so many
M kept
white rappers that has come out too.
yeah that has but like in a way like M has kept Dr. Dre's like bro M I feel like he has invented a lot not invented kept a lot of career alive too. Like I feel like he kept Dr. Dre's career alive early 2000. Uh, let's see. Dr. Dre, and then he put 50 Cent, and then the Slaughterhouse.
Wait, I have another. Wait, do you think Eminem is the most hated rapper in the game? Because my friend was also saying Eminem is the most
No,
hated rapper in the
no,
game.
no,
I was trying to
no,
tell him
no.
that. I was telling him that.
Well,
No, is the reason why he said that is because he's seen stuff where like there's some other rappers or like people in the industry that are black that say something about Eminem, and he just thinks that they just hate him because he's white. But I was trying to tell him Eminem is probably one of the most respected rappers in the game. Like if Eminem did, like I remember when he did the kamikaze thing, he dissed a bunch of people like Lil Yachty, and like
yeah.
he just said like
Bro, I was
he doesn't
thinking
like
that
his
in my
music,
head too.
and all of them, instead of them like dissing him back or saying anything bad, they literally thanked him for dissing them. The only person that really said something was MGK, and he didn't like, and even that's not him. Like that's MGK responding to him and making a diss track back to Eminem. That's not MGK hating Eminem. He's disrespected him, so obviously he's gonna say something back. It's kind of like if I went out, like if Eminem is out here dissing people and making sending shots at everybody, and then someone eventually says something back to him. That's not him being the most hated rapper in the game. That's just people responding to, like if I went out and I slapped a bunch of people, I slapped someone every single day and nobody did anything about it. Then one day they all got tired of it and then they jumped me. That's not necessarily them hating me. It's like I'm slapping people. What the fuck do I expect?
Well, the MJK one was different, a little different, just because I think he was talking about his daughter. But yeah, that is facts though. Like, yeah, it's just like if somebody's dissing you, you gotta diss them back. Like, you're not gonna just take it, no matter who it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Eminem is the most disrespect. The For me right now, not even for me. What I think in the industry right now, the most hated rapper is, you can make the argument that is YoungBoy or even Lil Nas X, because those are two people that absolutely no one wants to make music with. And if you look at him, even YoungBoy, whenever he wants to make music, he would make music with someone that's like underground or like not as big. Like people like Yeet. Yeet is getting pretty big, but people like Yeet, Post Malone, the Kid Leroy, like those are all people that's like completely outside of his genre, and he has to make music with them. Or even Lil Nas X, he has to
Gunna,
make music with people like Doja Cat, Megan Thee
Gunna.
Stallion, people like that. Like Gunna now, like he hasn't he hasn't really dropped anything, but the yeah, those people are like way more hated than what's it called? And most of the people in the rap industry don't even have respect for Lil Nas X. So it's like not only do they hate him, but they have no respect for him. And people like
Yeah.
Boozy Badass like openly disrespect him and call him the F word and stuff and all that shit. And Lil Nas X didn't even do shit to him. Like he didn't even mention him nothing. But shit. Let's get back to the video.
That when hip hop was coming in, it was English, right? It
And
was coming from America.
there
And
is
who
𝐴𝐶𝐵,
understands
who's
English in
considered
our country? Middle
Wait,
class,
the most
upper
hated
middle class.
rapper.
Wait, what do you say? He says in DHS there is 𝐴𝐶𝐿, who is considered the most hated rapper. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue who that is.
You know, people were rich. That is the audience then, right? But it took hip hop to be localized for it to actually spread, right? So the approach, the hip hop grows from bottom to top, and it was coming all these years, it was top to bottom, right? So when this entire change happened and people started sort of localizing it, that's when like kids started picking it up and saying, okay, this can be my art form, right? And that's partly the reason why rap is big, and I think rap is going to be potentially the biggest genre in India as well, like it is in other countries, right? And just to so just to wrap up quickly, I think we need to now also, like as an audience, we need to embrace hip hop as well. I know a lot of older generation people think that it's not music and it's, but the point is that hip hop and rap is creating opportunities in India for young people to be artists, and I think that is super important. So that's what I'll wrap with, and thank you so much, and no pun intended on the wrap with.
Hi man, Krishna. Shit man, like the resilience, the hustle, the story, everything is crazy man. It's just unordinary, like when you just don't quit and just continue on without giving up no matter what. That's just inspiring. Especially when you make it and then like other people get to see your story and then they feel inspired and then like just to do the same and motivated, like just to continue working hard. Yeah man, that's something special. What do you think, Connor? Connor? You probably
oh shoot,
muted.
my mic was muted. I pretty much agree with you. I felt like the same way, and there's some parts of it that like I related to and stuff, but yeah, there's nothing else I gotta say.
Yeah. And oh look guys, we started streaming, so look, it's light outside right now. But yeah, we were gonna
Remember to leave your recommendations for other things that we can react to. Go check out the last video, and that's pretty much it.
Feel like 21, told that bitch I got a lot. Okay, here's something you didn't know. I whip it through my stereo, Here's something you didn't know. They can find me Nemo, get the green like CeeLo, keep it on the D-low. Spread no info, going up like Russell. I ain't talking Westbrook, they just turning on you like some pages in a notebook. Yes, I'm heated up, like a lot, I speed it up. Pick a beat, I beat it up. Yes, I guess I had enough.